A couple weeks ago, I did a video on how to save 50% on your electricity bill. Most people got it. Few people didn't. They said, well, what did you do? It was everything in the video. Hanging wash on the line, not using a dehydrator, electric one. All of these things, having our wood stove, all of these things added up to 50% on our electric bill. Sometimes you don't need words to share your life, and I didn't use the words, and you just had to watch and take notice of what I was doing. Now I'm gonna sit down and eat my food stamp casserole. And this was a video I just made. So in case you missed it, I will share it in the description box. Take a moment and eat some lunch. And you know what? Today is going to be a day I really don't have a whole lot extra I have to do. Finish that chicken and just catch up with some social media stuff like working on videos. And this is going to be my freezer binder, and I have pages here. I found a whole bunch of this stuff that I can put in, and this is going to have all of my recipes in it. Now I do have my freezer log book. I don't have it out here. Oh, here it is. And now since we made these meals, I have to write it down. So I made 8 of the Santa Fe vegetables. So we're gonna go quantity 8. And it's the Santa Fe vegetables. And I have 8 of them. And I'm gonna keep this in the pocket of this here. Like this. There, keep it like that. And then I'm just gonna fill this up with all of the notebook pages. And we're going to use our strawberry shortcake. I have all these folders that I really wanted to get used. And we'll put this in here. And now every time, I hope this fits, right? Every time we have a recipe, it's gonna go in this binder. And that way we can keep everything together. I'm trying to be very organized with everything and keeping all my freezer meals together, because if we have one that we really like, then I can put a note on that, and then I can make sure I make it again. So we're gonna do this probably every month. Go through these meals. Right now, the favorite one is my chicken. Oh, that chicken meal is absolutely amazing. And the next thing I'm going to be working on is I'm going to be working on my bagels. We're not buying bagels no more. Nope, I'm running out of bagels, and we're going to make them from now on. We're going to be making another freezer meal, and this is called Santa Fe, and this is a vegetable medley. I'm going to be using what I have here, and we are going to be making them. Let me go ahead and show you. We have some sweet yellow corn that's frozen, my own frozen peppers, and then I do have a few of these black beans left. I need to can black beans. I couldn't find any. I must be using them up with all of these recipes. We're going to drain our beans, and then all we do is, it's so simple and easy. We have some onions. I need to chop up some more, and we just put them all together in a bag. And that is Santa Fe vegetables. Use them for soups, and a lot of burrito meals, a lot of Mexican meals, a lot of goulash, things like that. In the crock pot here, I have a bunch of chicken that's cooking for a separate meal. It's gonna take all day. And you can add chicken to these vegetables and make them amazing. Add them to a pan dinner. You know, you can add it to anything. So let's go ahead. Let's drain these beans, and then let's assemble everything. Family, we're using a quart bag, and I added 2 cups of corn, and then 1 cup of black beans. And then we're going to open some of my homegrown peppers. And we'll add maybe half a bag. And then we'll add about a handful of onions. Now I'm going to set this to the side and then we'll put the butter in. But look how pretty that looks. Great for enchiladas, great for tacos. You could even put meat in this bag. Finish chopping these, and I need to see if I can find some more black beans quick. See if I can find them anywhere. I want to get these in the freezer right away because I don't want them to thaw. The frozen corn. So we're just going to add the onions to some of these, and then I'll go look, see if I can find some more black beans. All right, I'm finishing up the last two, and this was so much fun. A great project. Even if you have children, it'd be a great project for your children. And now we're just going to put everything together, put them in the freezer, and now we have Santa Fe mix. And it would be great to add it to chicken. This chicken is going to cook all day, and I'm going to clean up the kitchen and put all of my food away. Then I'll give you some thoughts on how you can save money in the kitchen. You know, food expense is one of our main expenses, except for insurances and electricity and all of those other things that cost so much money. One of the things that we can somewhat control is how we spend our money in the grocery store and find foods that are cheaper. You know, a lot of times, if you find the authentic foods, you know, a lot of times you find foods from other countries, like beans and rice, tortillas, and things like that. It can be a lot cheaper. Yes, a lot of food has hidden ingredients in it, but sometimes you can create really cheap meals that have no preservatives. I get so excited about going to the grocery store that I oftentimes don't think about what I'm buying. So for the year of 2026, I'm being more diligent into looking into what I buy. And I've noticed that I don't really need to go in the center aisles. The center aisles is usually where they have a lot of prepackaged foods, and to me, they really don't save me much money because they really have a fake calorie intake. In other words, you eat something and immediately you're hungry. It's not very satisfying. So I'm working on it. I'm working on just having everyday foods that are just more natural. I do have a lot of other things that I would like to start working on as well. And I wanted to show you that I really am interested in buying just general potatoes, carrots, and this is at the end of the aisle. So this would be towards the dairy aisle, and that is where I want to be shopping, instead of shopping in the middle of the aisle where it's just more prepackaged. The grocery store is a little cooler towards the back of it, and that's why they have the vegetables there. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to learn, you know, how can I eat more whole foods that is cheaper and also will fill us a lot better. I was trying to look to see if I could find them that was not in the plastic, and because the plastic ones, a lot of them smelled rotten. Have to be really careful at the discount grocery store because the discount grocery store oftentimes has food that's past its date. So none of these potatoes looked right, and I ended up getting the ones in the bag that the air could go through them, in the orange bag. It was very interesting. Instead of just grabbing something and taking it home, I'm really looking at everything now, and that's something that's new for me, to take it slow when going to the grocery store.